Welcome
What
to
up,
Two Snaps
though?
in a Circle, guys. What's up? How y'all doing in the world? How y'all living? How y'all feeling? Ooh, that was
Who out
crazy.
there? I know you was like gone for like 5 minutes. I'm like, damn, where she go? Like, are we gonna do this or not?
Yeah, I thought I said something to you. I didn't say anything. I thought about that after the fact. Like, did I tell her what I was doing, or did I just like
Not technically.
do it?
You just said our mics are muted. I think you said we're live, but our mics are muted. And he just did.
My
Gone.
bad. My bad.
It's like,
That's what happens when you be trying something. I ain't even
listen,
get my mood lighting together. I
dang,
ain't.
dang, on a
Oh man.
mission today.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
Well, what's good, everybody?
How
We
y'all doing?
here. We here. We in this joint.
Ooh, man, my neck
How's your
hurts.
Thursday going?
It is okay,
Yeah.
actually. I had to think about it. It is okay. I'm doing all
Yeah.
right today.
Yeah.
It's been an okay week.
That's what's up.
I still hate work, but what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do about that? What are you gonna do about that?
I
Like,
mean, but that's what I thought about. One day I was on the phone with a agent who works in a different department that I used to work in, and we was talking, and she was like, "Oh my God, I can't do it today. This is just not a good day." And I was like, "Well, this is how I look at it now. Who told me
mhm.
I had to work here?" And she was like, "What?" And she was like, "Who told you you had to work here? You chose to work here, right?" And then she was like, "Yeah. So whose fault is it that you're having a bad day, actually?" And she was like, "Dang, that's
When you
messed up,
put
but
it
it's
like,
true."
yeah, when you put it like that, I mean, this has easily became my fault.
Yeah, it's now your fault because you decided that you wanted to have this job, and so now you have to deal with the consequences of that.
Straight up.
So it's really no point of complaining about it. You don't have to like it, but it ain't no point of every day coming in there miserable because it's a choice to be there. You can quit.
It's funny how the most simple cliche things are actually the most truthful parts of life, and you really do manifest your day. You really do create the day that you want to have. And don't get me wrong, like, things happen, but you really do have a say over how things can affect you and how you continuously move on from stuff. And you can't always let life be the like life itself dictate the way that your happiness works and the way that you behave and react to things. So that's one thing I can say as I've gotten older. I've learned, like, the most simple and cliche things are really, like, even when you think about simple stuff like eat your vegetables and fruit, like drink water, like that. It's so simple that it almost kind of mind fucks you a little bit, like like
Yeah, but I don't want to drink water because why? It's like that's the thing though. It's the why. The why. We were created with a curiosity inside of us, hence why the apple was eaten. So with that being said, we just can't do it to do it. We have to know why we have to do it. So in turn, the why becomes the reason for the season versus the do. Just do it so you can be healthy or you can whatever it is you're trying to do. So yes. You got really philosophical very early
like,
in.
how is that just hey, it happened. We here. Yo, so I mean, I don't think we can get any deeper than this.
Got real deep real quick.
I don't think we get any deeper than that. So let's lighten the mood.
Well, yeah, I didn't ask you about your week. How is your week going?
Oh, right. I just said, look, girl, I'm about to drop this. Me, sometimes I like to talk in riddles. My life is my life.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
My week has been similarly straight to yours. Like like I just been chilling. Like it's here in Michigan, our weather is cold.
Yeah.
Certain things that I used to do outside, I just don't do them anymore. So, like, well, there goes my walk.
Oh my gosh.
Going out there. People
Yeah,
don't
it's
like
too
to
cold.
shovel. Uh but it's been a cool day. It's been straight. I have to say, we have so much fun on Tuesday sometimes that feels like my Monday. That feels like the beginning of the week for me. I don't know why. So but yeah, it's been a chilly, cool week.
It definitely has been chilly and cool and snowy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is something that it truly has been, and I'm tired of it.
I you'd think after the time that we've all spent here in Michigan, you know, you'd be used to it. And I think like, yeah, I know how to drive in it. Yeah, I know how to bundle up for it. But in terms of like accepting it truly, nah, that's just hard to do.
I can never get used to extreme heat or extreme cold. How can you? I don't think we're supposed to, but I can never get used to that. I can never, if it's too hot, it's too damn hot. If it's too
Yep.
cold, it's too damn cold.
Yep.
If it's raining, I don't want to deal with that. If it's a heat wave, I don't want to deal with that. If it's snowing, I don't want to deal with that. I just want like medium, whatever that is,
Like
just right.
what does consistent, like knowing that you can go outside with a jacket or without a jacket and you'll be fine.
I think it's like in the 70s.
Like what? Okay, I feel like 70. I think that's why I really rock with spring so hard. I really like spring because you just get those mild weather days.
Yeah, like you can wear a jacket, you can bring a jacket, you can put it in a car, but in the day you can be like out there with shorts on and you can then put on a jacket and then you like look cool a little bit because you got on shorts and a jacket, but you're still warm. Yeah, you can do that.
Never used to get the contrast of like long sleeves and shorts, but I get it now. Now that I've like been at home on a quarantine, and it is that nice medium between the two. Like my arms are nice and warm. I think if you keep one part of your body warm, the rest of your body, you should be straight. Like,
Yeah,
you should be good.
yeah, head, arms, feet. You should be good.
Yeah, you keep those things warm, you should be fine.
Yeah.
And
Especially that head. You got to keep that head warm.
yeah, and I was even thinking like in terms of arms, like your hands.
Oh yeah, those two.
Like yeah, the whole extremity.
We are having interesting conversations.
I know. It just happened. Like, okay, God. We going there. That's cool. Whatever.
I'm like, what the hell are we talking about? Are we really talking about like the clothes you wear when it's warm?
Like, how did we get there? The way a conversation evolved. I just wanted to tell you about my week.
Well, there you go.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Well, everybody, today we're here to discuss a film called Purple Rain, starring Prince and many others, directed by a man that is not Prince, written by a man that is not Prince. I always thought he wrote and directed that movie.
You know what? This was the first time I ever paid attention to actually who wrote and directed it as well. I was like, oh.
I was like, yeah.
He definitely had something to do with it. He definitely had to help out like in some type of way.
I believe that too. Hey Stacy, what's up? What up,
Stacy?
But yeah, so that's the film that we're talking about today. But I have a lot of movie news. Like it's a lot going on in the movie world right now. But first, I'm just gonna say that if you're watching this after the fact, just come over to Twitch TV and find my page, Chevy the Superstar, and follow me to be a part of the live conversation and get these star power points so you can win prizes. People won prizes last week. Two people won two amazing Funko Pops last week. And you could be a part of the winning circle or the star power people. I haven't created a name for the people who are that watch the channel. That sounded weird. Star power people. But yes, no, do that. And now we have a 2 snaps and a circle YouTube, so you can go straight to that YouTube and you can consume our content just by searching 2 snaps in a circle. So that's a blessing.
It really is.
So yeah, the movie news that I have
Let's
is a
get
lot.
into
It's a lot.
it.
It's a lot. And I mean, it was dropping last night. Like, oh, this is happening right now in real time. Okay. All right. So they ordered a Best Man series on Peacock Network that will be written and directed by the original director and writer, and the original cast will be a part of that on the Peacock Network. They're pretty good for revamping a show because they are doing the Saved by the Bell, the new Saved by the Bell show, the Peacock Network.
Yeah, I've seen clips of that before.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was announced the other day. It will be tentatively coming out on April 8th, 2022. The trailer
that's a feature length, like
yeah. They dropped the trailer for the Aretha Franklin movie, 4-part series, that will be on the National Geographic channel on starting on March 21st.
Interesting choice of distribution channel.
Yeah, remind me of like Stephen King. When they used to do the Stephen King movies on TV, and it used to be like a 4-part series, or like I think the Michael Jackson American Dream was a TV movie, and they did it in 4 parts.
Oh, for sure.
They don't play it in 4 parts.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Who's playing Aretha? Look at you, Stacy, trying to make me do some homework. Okay, right. Okay. I think she got a complicated name. I hope her name is normal.
I believe she's like Nigerian or.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to pull that up. I have it for you, Stacy, but I can't get into my phone, so because I don't know my password. Yeah,
I don't know my password. what that's like when you used to tell people like I gotta get off the phone, like my free nights and weekends about to start.
So Stacy, the J HUD is actually the film that Aretha Franklin approved before she passed, and she handpicked J HUD to be in the movie. This TV series is with this woman whose name I have yet to pull up, but I'm getting there.
Lord have mercy.
And it's gonna be on TV. Oh, she said
Cynthia Eve Erivo.
Bless you.
Erivo.
She played that. She was in that Harriet Tubman movie.
She sure was. She played Harriet. She is if I had to say what route I feel like she's going, that reminds me of their career is Chadwick Boseman's career, where he just did like a whole bunch of like super iconic people, and
she'll be in a Marvel movie soon. I'm sure.
I'm yeah. Sure of that. Yeah. Oh, most definitely.
Oh man, she might be a dope Storm. Anyway. Yeah.
I
don't care about the.
You know what? I have to say, when I saw the trailer, I was just like, but we haven't even like.
It was weird, man. It was weird to me. It was weird.
I'm always happy to see like icons be portrayed, because that could be something that I fall on a year from now. I'm like, oh, it actually was pretty good. It was entertaining, or it was this, or it was that, or this had something against the movie, like that was different than the movie. But it's just a lot at once for it to all be fairly new, and we haven't gotten the movie, right?
Right. No, I don't think the movie is done yet. I think they still cutting it up, I think.
Yeah, so it's confusing to have all that come into play.
Yeah, I agree. Because it'd be different if they came out at different times, but now we're going to be comparing this one to that one.
Yep. And
And
I'd rather just be celebrating the women in the story and Aretha instead of being like, this one sucked and this one was better. Or they
yeah,
both
or this one played the
hit.
character better than this one versus saying
Yeah.
they both played
Mhm.
an iconic woman. We're going
Totally.
to be comparing the two black women against each other.
Exactly.
But one is a genuine actor and the other one is a singer turned
And
actor.
that
So
is
that's
where, and
there.
that is, which I think is kind of funny full circle with our choice of film today, where we basically have a musician acting,
Yeah, yeah.
acting as a musician.
Yeah, he was an asshole.
Mm.
More movie news.
Yes. More movie. Moving on.
Jamie Lee Curtis and Jack Black have been added to the cast of Borderlands with Kevin Hart and Kate Blanchett.
Okay. Look at
Um,
the cast on this.
yeah, it's looking kind of nice. I wish
Yeah.
I knew more about that game. I probably should do some research on it.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll
Um,
find something.
Michael B. Jordan will be
Mm.
starring in
Michael
the
Bay
new.
Jordan.
I can't stop watching that commercial, by the way. I can't.
I started following him again. Like I wasn't even following him. I stopped following him at one point in time. I followed him again. I was
Oh my gosh, I don't follow him. I need to do that. Um, Michael B. Jordan will be starting in Tom Clancy's Without Remorse. It'll be premiering
like,
on Amazon Prime on April 30th.
wow.
The trailer, the new trailer, the actual first trailer we've gotten for the Falcon and Winter Soldier dropped at the Super Bowl and it
It
premiered on
sure
the 19th.
did.
It was amazing, and I think we're gonna need that after WandaVision because WandaVision is going to be sad. I know it is. I know it is. I know it is. That's why they're giving us all this comic relief at the beginning. I don't. We gonna need.
What is it on like a break or something? Like season ended or is it?
No, we're just getting to the nitty gritty now. The first three episodes were basically what it is, right? What the show is every episode has been a different TV sitcom era in history.
Okay.
And this last episode, they was like in the Full House, Who's the Boss years. And the stuff started, everything has started to come together. And we're realizing that this is a woman's hurt and she's dealing with grief and she's created her own world because she's Magneto's daughter. So she's super strong.
Oh.
And this is how she's dealing with her grief. But Vision is dead. Her brother is dead. And he's just reappeared. Spoiler alert. And we know now that this is not real. And we know that this is not going to end well. And that's why they're giving us all this funniness. That's why the first three episodes were so funny, even though they were confusing, because it's going to be sad. The end is going to be sad. And yeah, I'm not ready for that. But we're going to need Falcon and Winter Soldier because that's going to be a little bit, I don't think it's going to be more action packed and more normalcy for Marvel movie watchers. And I don't think the stakes are going to be as high because Vision is dead. And he's walking around like he's alive. And I feel like that makes the stakes extremely higher because she's dealing with grief. He's dead. Why is he walking around? Versus whatever the hell they doing. It can't compare to that. To me, I just don't see it being that, drama filled. So yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
What? Borderlands, Stacey? You love Borderlands? Okay, I'll play maybe if it's not hard. Let's see what else we got. They dropped. Did you watch the Queen Latifah Equalizer show after the Super Bowl?
I didn't. I bailed out of the Super Bowl pretty early, to be perfectly honest. But I didn't. Nope.
I watched it.
What'd you think of it?
I don't know.
I just seen the commercial and she kind of did like a jump down like a Spider-Man and I was like,
nah,
and I was like,
nah, man, not the Queen.
Oh,
but no, I mean, it grew on me towards the end, so I might revisit it. But that premiered on Sunday. I don't even know what day it actually comes on. I should have looked that up. But Clarice, the TV show, premiered. Actually, it premieres tonight. And it basically tells the story of Clarice Starling from The Silence of the Lambs.
Okay. Little
Um,
context backstory on her. Has that ever been
yeah.
done before?
No, they did sequel, Hannibal, and then they did a prequel, Red Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
But they never discussed her
Her,
character
yeah. I feel
in
like
that.
it's always been him until his was it Red Dragon when they go back to when he's younger?
Yes.
I enjoy that one.
Yes.
I enjoy that.
But it's about another killer. What's weird to me with them movies with him in it, there it's always about another killer. It's not about him because he can keep himself clean for the most part. Well, Hannibal was kind of about him more so. I don't know. Anyway, back to movie news.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Movie news.
all right. HBOmax will be making a TV show starring Velma from Scooby-Doo, voiced by Mindy Kaling. Is that how you say her name? Last name? Mindy, the Mindy, Mindy.
I believe so. I
Yeah.
have to see stuff sometimes. Like,
I just don't know how to pronounce her last name. Ava, how you say her last name?
Duvernay.
Okay. DuVernay is doing pilots for 2 shows on CW, a
Yeah,
Powerpuff
Kaylee.
Girl live action show and a DC comic show, DC comic called Naomi, and she's ordered to do I don't want to say she's been ordered to do pilots, but technically, like that's how it reads.
That's how it works. Yeah.
She was ordered to do these pilots for the
Yep.
CW. All
Hey.
right, I'm saving the best, most drama filled news for last.
Hey, ooh, spicy.
Pedro Pascal from who plays the Mandalorian, and this young girl named Bella Ramsey were chosen to play the main characters of the video games Last of Us for the TV show that they're doing on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
Issa Rae has a new show that she wrote for HBOmax. I guess it's called Rap Shit. And it's
Yeah, I believe so.
by the City Girls. Now,
Hey.
the drama of it all. Gina Carano, who is on The Mandalorian, was
Mm-hmm.
fired yesterday. Well, not yesterday. They say she's been fired because
Mm-hmm.
she compared being a Republican in modern day times to neo-Nazi Germany, being a Jew, in neo-Nazi Germany.
Did she say this like in an interview? What like how did
She
people find out?
She tweets stuff. She's been doing
Tweeted.
this for a while. This has been going on since the second season
Oh,
started. She was saying stuff about mask wearing people. See, what these celebrities fail to realize is a repost is as bad as writing it yourself. And they retweet these posts, and then it's like, pow. But she didn't put the pronouns in her bio, which I don't know what that's all about. Maybe somebody can enlighten us in the chat about people putting pronouns in their bios. And people told her that it was transphobic because she got pissed off and put beep boop beep as her.
Now, I'll say this. I'll speak on why I put pronouns on my point of view finder page is because a lot of people would, like, when I comment on people's stuff, people like, thanks, man, thanks, dude. And I'll be like, I'm a girl. I was like, so maybe if I put my pronouns, in my, because, for my photography, I'm not like putting my face, like I have like a camera in front of me or like it's a cool picture I put up and people just assume that you're a man. And that's why I put up my pronouns like in that particular page. But, you have to be respectful, just like you said, and you have to like be smart. Like you have to use your big brain. And a lot of celebrities fail to like make good choices when it comes to social media and being respectable and maybe more even like considerate.
Well, she just lost a lot of money
She lost out
because they were
you
going to
want
do
to
a
be
spinoff.
funny with some beep boop beep boop.
Yeah, but she's been doing this all the time, and the last straw was the
The
the neo-Nazi. I screenshotted what the statement that they released. What, Stacy? What you think is funny? Her The beep,
The beep boop
the
beep,
beep,
the beep
beep,
boop
boop,
beep,
beep, boop.
beep boop.
I was just like, girl, why you do that? You know they don't play. Why would
You
you?
know,
Why
like
would you
why?
do that?
Why?
Why would you
Like
say that?
don't mess it up for yourself.
Yeah.
It's just too easy.
Dang, why can't I find my
You will get
stuff?
attacked.
Okay, let me see if I can find this. Okay, so the statement that they released is Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm is there and there are no plans for her to be in the future. Nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable.
Mm.
Um Another thing I picked up was uh it gives more information. Okay, after a backlash on social media posts shared by Corano, that compared modern American politics to neo-Nazi Germany,
Mm.
mocked the use of masks to prevent spread of COVID-19, and propagated misinformation about voter fraud, Lucasfilm issued that statement. So yeah, she was out here just tripping.
Girl.
Stacey,
Like was she in her trailer between like
I don't
sieging?
know. Like I
Was
don't
she at home
know.
on break? Like
Yeah, I think she definitely was at home on break. But she just
uh,
I went on her Twitter last night and she is relentless. Like she didn't care. Like this is my Twitter. But most of her stuff is not written by her. A lot of it is
just
actually
like you
just
said, it's reposts,
reposts.
it's just retweets, it's just other things other people have said, and you have to be very careful with that stuff. You have to be
Yeah,
really
because
careful.
it'll get you in trouble. She was supposed to have a spinoff. Her character was supposed to have a spinoff. I didn't like her character. I don't think she's a very good actress. I'm kind of glad that she's gone because Pedro Pascal is a really good actor,
Mhm.
and she didn't match his level of acting to me. So I'm because they got a lot of wrestlers. Because I think she like a UFC fighter or a wrestler or something like that, and they put in a lot of wrestlers and stuff on that show and that's cool or whatever. No, nothing against the wrestlers, like The Rock is the
Totally.
actor, John
Right.
Cena, Hulk Hogan, Jesse Ventura, all these all
Mhm.
of them are actors, but I don't think she was very good. So it would be nice to see who they're gonna pick to replace her. That maybe is more of an actor than
Mhm.
her because she was not very good at the acting part, and I couldn't see them giving her own show because she not good. She's not well to me. She's not good.
Yeah, she can save it.
But she got dropped from her agency and everything. She done. It's a wrap. She's out of here.
Dang.
She's out of
Oh,
here.
it's a whole wrap.
Oh,
Like,
it's a wrap. She's done. Whatever money she got is what she gonna have. She's done.
ooh,
Because they've been asking her to apologize for like 4 months. They've been asking her to apologize for her statements. They've been telling her, hey, just apologize. Pedro Pascal talked to her about the pronoun situation. She said she was apologizing, but I'm not about to be bullied by trans people to do something that I don't want to do. And you know what I'm saying? That's why she got pissed off and put the beep boop in her thing. And people have been trying to get her to like chill, apologize. Think about it from other people's perspective. You want to keep this job. It's Disney. You don't shy away from Disney money.
Yeah.
You get that Disney money. Because
You
toys,
get it.
endorsements, all that come with that Disney money. Baby girl, you know they don't play.
Damn near like,
They
safe to
fired
say
James
a
Gunn.
legacy.
Yeah, they fired James Gunn for some tweets they thought he said, and then he didn't say them or that wasn't what they thought it was, and they rehired him. You know what I'm saying? They don't play. When he was about to do that, they really hired him back when he said he was going to do.
Now, who's that? Who's
James Gunn is the director of Guardians of the Galaxy.
that? Oh.
It is a very good movie. It did very well. When he had did some tweets back in the day that wasn't really, I don't think that bad, but he got fired. And they were gonna go with somebody else to do the new Guardians of the Galaxy. And when he decided that he was gonna do a DC movie, that's when they said, "Oh no, no!" Because he's a good director, so he would have took that film to the next level. Now he working on Thor, the new Thor with Taki Waititi. I can't ever say that man's name. I can't ever say his freaking
I wish I
name.
knew who it was. So I could be
Never
like,
say his name.
nope.
Right. Oh my gosh. I can't ever say his name correctly. But yes. So that is movie news
Movie.
for today. It was some spicy stuff in
It
there.
was some spicy stuff. I don't want to like add on, but I feel like I should ask still. All the stuff with the Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the people that were the cast and directors involved with that, like some
What?
was it possibly sexually abuse? I don't know. I saw a flash of it and I didn't
So
pay much
it's
attention.
the guy who plays Cyborg in um Justice League uh has been um stating that he wasn't treated properly during the filming of that film for quite some time, and it's been an
Mhm.
investigation going on about it. And I think the girl from Buffy, Cordelia, who played
Absolutely.
Cordelia, is another person that has stood up to say she is standing with him. I don't know. I can't remember if she
Gotcha.
was in Justice League or because I didn't read
Mm.
that article. And the only reason why I didn't bring it up is because it's been going on for like a year. He's been fighting
Really?
this
This is the
since
first
before the
time.
quarantine. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's been fighting this since before the quarantine. They actually cut him out of a couple of like he was supposed to have some cut scenes and some of the movies, and they cut him out
Mhm.
of those films. But a lot of the actors, like what's that man name who was on Game of Thrones, who was uh Aquaman. I'm just gonna call him Aquaman. He
Jason Momoa.
Yes, Jason Momoa. He stands with them. A lot of the actors from the
Mhm.
Justice League film stands with them. I think Gal Gadot stands
Gobba
stands
Gobba.
with them as well. But yeah, he has been talking about
Okay.
that for a while,
Well,
racist
that makes
treatment,
sense. Yeah.
abusive treatment. So yeah, that's been going on for quite some time
Man,
though.
you know, it's so funny. All this is for entertainment, but you forget that there are real people behind the scenes making these films and a part of this and dedicating their lives to being on set, and creating all this entertainment. And you forget all the interpersonal relationships between directors and actors and cast and crew and people getting paid and the what would you call the labels, the TV, like the Hollywood film industry, like those
Oh, I'm like, I don't know.
like the companies, like what is Paramount, the studios,
Oh yeah, movie studio.
the
Yeah.
relationship with the studios, like that shit goes deep.
Yes, it
Like
does.
those execs, they're just like you said, they cold hearted up in there.
Yeah.
If you're making them or their business look bad, or if you don't want to do what they say, or if there's that one director that just gets away with whatever the f they want to do, like they just can do whatever the hell. Like,
I mean, yeah. Like, okay, I'm about to go off on another tangent. We
uh
about to go off on another tangent because I was just gonna bring up the director who directed the Twilight Zone film and how he worked those people really hard. He yelled at them, he treated them badly. And the guy, that main actor and two kids died on that set because of the stakes that he wanted to create. They were chopped in half by helicopter propeller on set, and they died.
crazy.
And he
That's
had to go to court for it and everything. Yeah, it's not good. Or like Stanley Kubrick, he the main character, the woman who played the wife in The Shining, he treated her terribly to get what he needed out of her, and it messed her up for the rest of her career. Quentin Tarantino, the things he did to Uma Thurman in
yeah.
when they were shooting Kill Bill
Yeah.
2. I mean, every director can be that director, but
Mhm.
there are and have been directors that have had to own up to their actions because they have treated their casts and crew badly. Those are just a few examples of that.
Jeez, it's real out there. It's real out there. I mean, I being on set and stuff, I'm just always hoping for the best.
Yeah.
I haven't got to no big studio gigs or anything like that, but low key, that's the type of stuff that kind of keeps me away from it. I'd rather just kind of keep it local and do my own thing, because those type of sets scare the shit out of me.
Why?
I don't know if it's the amount of like professionalism, what seems to be on the line. Like it's just something about them. It just seems like not even just like the big leagues. It just like it seems so serious.
Yeah, it's pretty serious, but
It
it's
seems
also
so
pretty
serious.
fun. I would that's I would love to be back on a real movie set with the back to one and
Mm-hmm.
and just I mean it's a lot, but it's definitely worth it. I think it would be better not being an extra this time. Like if I was crew, I was working
Yeah.
crew and I was actually doing something. Because sometimes you'd be sitting there for like 8 hours, just sitting there. Or even, I think it's worse to have to sit on set for 5 hours straight than sitting and holding for 5 hours straight. Like sitting in on set because you can't have your phone. You can't have anything because you're on set. Like you
Right.
can't, you just got to sit there. I mean, you could bring a book or whatever, but like you got to sit there. You got to wait. You've been tired. You trying to eat honey. You trying to drink Coke. You trying to just stay look alive. And if it's a bad actor, which I've been on sets where the stars were not prepared, where they were not good, and you're watching Sam Raimi tell this, not Sam Raimi, but whomever it may have been.
Yes. You gotta love you put yourself on set.
Like, but no, seriously, I was in Real Steel and it was a crowd scene, a fight scene, and we have been in holding for like 5 hours. They finally called everybody to set for the final fight scene. It was in the Cobo Arena, and we sat there. We sat there to get them, wait for them to get the shot set up, and we sat there. Now, mind you, we had to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning. We've been on set for a week. It's like Thursday. Every day we had to be there at 6, but every night we wasn't leaving until 8. So we there for 5 hours in holding. We get to set. We're on set 2 hours, 3 hours, waiting for them to start. So it's cool. Hugh Jackman is out there. You know what I'm saying? The people are out there, but it's this boy in the movie. He's a kid. He's an actor. He's not good. We had to keep keep redoing the scene because he was not good. And eventually somebody got bumped up. An extra who was in the robot suit got bumped up to a speaking role because the little boy couldn't deliver the line.
Jeez.
Like the director, whose name is not Sam Raimi, wanted. So yeah, it's not good. Like when the people don't.
Yeah,
know how to act.
that sounds like a classic example of making the movie on set.
Yeah, it's
like
not.
Scratch this whole page, and we're just gonna bring in a kid. Say these lines, give me this face, and
yeah, that's literally what happened. Sean Levy is the man who directed Real Steel. But yeah, he was frustrated. We were frustrated. I've been on sets where you got a prepared actor and you got one that's not prepared, and they have to keep. You know, the chick who on 911, the black lady. I can't think what her name is.
not Shy. What am I? Shay? Damn. No, that's not that woman's name.
I'm about to look it up.
I know you talk about that. Yeah, it's your turn. It's your turn. You look up the person.
Aisha Hines.
Aisha. I had the Shay part.
So she was on Detroit 187.
Okay.
And one day I got booked to be on Detroit 187, and it was a white guy who was an actor, and they had a scene together, and she came in there and she did her thing. She don't play. I was amazed. I mean, I was excited that she was going to be there because she was on True Blood and stuff at the time. And I was like, oh shit, because she just killed that shit. And then he come in there, he didn't even know his lines, man. We had to redo that scene so many times because he didn't know his lines. And then turn around. This was like a double shoot day where we had to shoot in one location, then we had to go shoot in another one because we were playing different extras for different scenes.
Oh gosh.
And he had a restaurant scene where he had to pretend to eat this fake food, and the food looked so nasty. We was up in Iridescence at Motor City, and he was so bad. We had to keep pretending to eat this fake food. Man,
because that's what that was my next question. Like, what were y'all doing? Like, were y'all walking? Were you like
pretending to drink this and this nasty ass little carrot and this nasty ass piece of chicken? I had to keep trying to put it up to my mouth, like, because but you got to make it look real, or you be like that dude in that Tyler Perry movie who was drinking the water but wasn't drinking water. Yes, Stacey, it is very hurry up and wait. Being on the
hurry
up and wait. It's a very hurry up type life.
Real talk. Well, damn. The experiences. I think that I'm always interested in those stories because like I said, I'm scared of the big set. Like, the time will come, one day I'll make it there, but for now, I'll just keep with the homies and keep it local.
I feel you, but I want to be on a set of any kind at some point this year.
Right. Goddamn COVID.
I haven't been on a set, like a real set, in a very long, like at least about 7 years. So
yeah. So that you're having like almost like an itch, like it's time.
Yes, I've been wanting to get back into acting. I want to do voiceover.
I would love to hear some voiceover. You need to do some voiceover.
Yeah, I'm about to. I've been pulling scripts. I'm record myself because I want to send it to my friend because she told me she could get me into possibly bookings for some stuff.
Nice.
Yes, but I miss it. I miss being in front of the camera. I do. So yeah, it's time. It's time.
You ready to get into this review?
Yes, let's talk about this movie that this was the first time I actively actually watched it. I usually just come for the music.
Wow. I guess I'll piggyback that with saying that I had to watch this movie upteen times to appreciate the actual story narrative that's trying to be told, and not just be there for the music.
Oh, okay, because I was about to say laugh at it because
and of course laugh at it.
And them shaky cameras. And well, that's probably not something you noticed before you started making movies. But
yeah, because the first time I saw this, I was like a freshman in college because one of my friends used to always talk about Prince and Purple Rain, and she would always reference to it, and I'm like, dog, I'm totally missing the whole like thing here. Yeah, like what
the references.
Yeah, and I was like, I have to watch it. Went home, watched it, and fell in love. Like, this is great. I knew the music. I was familiar with the music. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. But this movie sucks. But I will always watch it and then I watch it over and over again. And like you said, I laughed. But then there are so many parts of it that like I understood more. I finally like, when you catch the age of Apollonia on the car, you're like, oh, now I see why she was so dingy. Like she was 19.
How you know that?
When she comes into the club and she gives the card for the manager to leave to let her know she's there. On the card, you see the kid, he shows up and he looks over and then it says Apollonia and it says 19 singer. And that was like, I guess how people, got into the club. And I didn't see that the very first time. Like I said, I've watched it so many times that there's things like that I've picked up on that I'm like, oh, like I get it now, or I understand it now, or I finally get this relationship between him and his dad. It just, and even how choppy and weird and just like the script is just like, like it's so frustrating the way
Yeah.
things happen.
Because at the beginning of the movie, it was just like, are they in the past? Like,
Yeah,
like when they was getting dressed, but then he was singing at the same time, and I was like, wait, so that was him singing from when he got dressed at home? I
right. It's just a lot of
was
things where it's funny, I'll bring this up later, but like a movie that I'll bring up later is that sometimes when you have people, that musician added in, and that they knew that that soundtrack was important, so they knew that there were certain aspects of this film was probably gonna look like a music video or feel like a music video instead of being like a real movie montage.
yeah, and all those like tight, pow, 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 pow shots, like hand, eyes, lips, feet, toes.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Like, ah! Yeah, but no, the soundtrack was important. That's why I won an Oscar for Best Original Score. So,
as it should,
yes.
because god damn, like just again, I appreciate that movie every time. I could watch it over and over because
that was the first time I actually really watched that movie though. So I mean, I definitely could watch it over and over again, but I wouldn't be paying attention to the movie. I would just be listening to music.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that we moved this way into Purple Rain because we assume that most people have seen this movie, but like, or at least know about it or watch some of it. But I'll give a little info about it. It came out in 1984. DB says it like this: a young musician tormented by an abusive situation at home must contend with the rival singer, a burgeoning romance, and his own dissatisfied band as his star begins to rise. And I think that's like a great way to sum up Purple Rain. It just like, if I were to, like, a friend was around and they were like, what's Purple Rain about? I like this dude who will be performing in the club, and this one young chick come through. She want to get with him, but like she want to be a star so bad that she be fucking up her relationships with everybody that come around her. And his daddy is abusive and he an alcoholic.
I don't agree that she messed up her relationship. I think she was a very conscious woman, even though she was 19. She wasn't trying to mess with, she was about her business.
You're right. She was out there trying to get it. Like, even that, now that I think about it, looking at her differently and watching her relationship with Morris' character, of course, Morris Day is going to make her look bad because we all know what he wants. Like,
right. But she never gave it to him, and I thought that was great.
She never gave it to him. She may have flirted. She may have made decisions to make, the kid mad, but that was the only reason she did it.
No, he was just mad because he was stupid.
After he had whooped her ass, after he slapped the shit out of her?
Just in general, he was just an asshole. He didn't speak to anyone. He walked around like he just was whatever. He's a freaking weirdo.
Star. Like, he's the star of his band. Like, he makes the best decisions for their group. Like, he is a mirror of his father. Like,
well, yeah.
He's just his dad. And as much as he tries to constantly battle being his dad, not being his dad, I guess you could say, he every turn he's just being his dad.
But I kind of think it was all an act. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was a persona. That's why every time he felt something, he had to put on his sunglasses. You know what I'm saying? Every time he didn't want you to see what he really felt, he put on his sunglasses. I like this girl, so I'm gonna put the sunglasses on behind her, so if she look in my eyes, she don't see me looking at her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do these things to make myself. I'm not gonna speak to anyone, so I don't have to be nice. I don't have to acknowledge them. I don't have to do this. So I'm creating this persona that I am this one-minded person, but in actuality, I'm a fun-loving guy who's just an asshole. I play too much. I'm basically Morris Day, but I just don't talk as much as he do.
Yeah, just a little bit more muted. A muted. The kid is actually just a muted Morris Day.
Yeah, I mean they're literally the same. They're
Oh my
literally
God.
the same. He a man. He a womanizer. Morris Day is a
There was a
woman.
lot of misogyny going on in this movie.
I mean, the woman had after the girls performed at the taste place.
Yes.
Uh, why didn't she? Why did she
Why did she
change
cover?
her
Why
clothes?
did she cover back
That's
up?
literally what
like,
she wore to the club and what she left on with on
I
a
just
cape
combined
and
my
lingerie.
yeah, like, and that is one of my favorite songs and performances.
Really?
Oh my God, that's like
That song
top.
is terrible.
That is top three.
Sex.
Your
What is
sex
it?
shooter.
No, that song is
Shoot in
terrible.
my direction.
Song is terrible.
Oh,
Oh no. That
oh.
song is terrible.
Come on, kiss the gun.
You do know that song.
Come
You
on,
like
kiss the gun.
You like that a lot. You like that song. Yeah, that's how she was on that mic. Like,
Come on,
girl,
kiss the gun.
get off that mic like that. Like, what is going
Come
on?
on, kiss the gun.
What is this? What is happening? Oh, I was confused. I didn't understand it.
Oh my God. So, okay, do you have any questions? Like, because this is a movie that I've seen so many times, I feel like it's so much we could talk about. Because, like, obviously we could talk about the movie, we could talk about the acting. It
I'm trying to look at my. Well, this ain't really a question you can answer. I just thought it was funny. It was something I noticed. You know, when Morris Day bring her back to the club after he put her in a group and he see her and then he starts singing "Darling Nikki." Why the hell was they drinking that champagne out of the martini glasses?
and I think today was the first day that I realized, like, are they drinking out of martini glasses? This makes no sense.
No sense.
But I think maybe it was to give the slurping effect. I don't know, because you know, like martini glasses that
yeah. That was weird. That was weird. So you are what? So that's your favorite song from the movie?
No.
Oh, that's just your favorite song to laugh at?
Yeah, that's my favorite. Like, yeah, that's just like if I had to have a top 5, that's like right dead in the middle, like right there in the middle.
Okay. Well, my question that I had was what's your favorite song from the movie?
I Would Die for You.
Okay. My favorite song is Beautiful Ones. And then I Would Die for
That
You.
is a close, like that's the second. Like that's the next one. Beautiful Ones, like especially how it pertains in that scene. Man.
Yeah, because I had the subtitles on and I actually read all the lyrics. You know, he'd be screaming and half the song. And I was like, wow. Huh. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like how they wrote the songs to the script and made like I Will Die for You. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yes.
Right. But I like how they did that and how they made the song go like that.
I always love, like, you know, Easter eggs and the cheesier parts of films when they do stuff like that, where the title of the film is the big song, or, you know, the title of the film is a line that somebody says, or, you know, the opening scene, whatever. I love how that Easter egg always pops up. And I thought they did a great job of I Would Die for You, you know, like, because it just showed how tormented his father was with being an artist and trying to be a good husband, you know, and obviously the music, the alcohol, being a good husband and a father or being a family man just was something that he obviously never really got a hold of, you know.
Yeah, and plus the hitting.
Yeah, the abuse, like
but I didn't like my issue was he just so miserable that he wanted his wife to sit in the misery too, and she said, I don't want to sit in the misery with you any longer, and they fought because of that? Or was it like, I'm sad, why do you want to go out in the world and enjoy yourself when you should be trying to make me feel better? Because the lines are so simple, you really can't expound on that For real. It's like you don't ever let me go out and have any fun. Like, what the hell? This man is obviously suffering from depression, and you talking about going out and having fun. Like, what's the real issue? That's not just inwardly him. Like, what's the issue with him from the wife's perspective? I feel like the lines that she had didn't explain, other than the fact that he was hitting her,
right,
how it got to that point from her perspective, because you can't tell me that you just wanted to be having fun. You had a whole son. And I mean, he couldn't have been no more than 19, 20 himself.
right.
And he was still living at home, and they paid literally no attention to him. So
None.
from a perspective of parents in general, they were both bad parents because they were self-absorbed in their own issues and problems. And he was so used to them being like that he just kind of found his own way. I mean, that boy was making money, had nice clothes, had nice motorcycle that was beautiful.
A motorcycle is not cheap.
No, he had
I know it was a movie, but
guitars. He had bitches buying him guitars. You know what I'm saying? Like, how as a family is the only time that we meet is when y'all fighting. That means y'all don't have dinner together. That means y'all don't talk. The only time that y'all meet is when a fight is breaking out. And I think because the lines in the film were so simple, and there was never a real moment other than the moment where she was talking about, you don't let me go out and have no fun, and she was laying on the floor, and he saying all the stuff like, haven't I made a good home for you? Haven't I provided for you? I'll die for you, blah, blah, blah. That was the only thing. But even those lines were so askewed from each other. Like, they're talking their own monologues, but they're not having a conversation. So it never made any sense, really. And he just sat there and watched whenever they interacted. He never really said anything. So yeah,
and that's the biggest gaping hole in this movie. Like, this is what makes it not something that you would send people to watch for, like, when we talk about the 100 classic films you need to watch. I think it could have easily been that if the writing was better. If the writing and the acting was better, I think it would have been one of those films, just a classic, not a cult classic. It just would have been a straight classic where people were like, this is the movie you watch to show how a musician, intertwines an amazing soundtrack done in the movie, because like, it's one thing to have an amazing soundtrack, soul food, amazing soundtrack, but nobody's like, the grandma wasn't performing Mama, like, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I just saw a vision of that in my head. That's why did you say that? I don't know. The vision, I can't.
It came in my head too. Oh man, and the mama from Proud Family, the grandma from Proud Family, and the grandma from Soul Food are like the same person.
Yeah.
Oh man, but that is the gaping hole in that movie, and so I think that kind of allows us to kind of segue into possibly talking about things that made us laugh, things that make absolutely no sense, and just the total nonsense that was in this film. Do you have any moments like that where you just like, that made no sense? Like, what?
The martini glasses, the lingerie and the cape outside after the show.
Cold as hell.
Prince in general.
Oh,
the puppet.
The puppet.
Said, wow, he's a really good ventriloquist.
I know. I'm just like, who knew?
Picking that girl up and throwing her in the trash can.
That was so trash, literally.
Yeah, and I was just like, so this is the kind of movie we making? Slapping the hell out of that woman for joining a musical group.
Slapping the hell out of her. And although, and I was, when I was watching that scene, I was like, she was trying to kind of make it like a compliment sandwich. Like, she's like, here's the guitar. Basically spent my last to get you this guitar. I joined the group.
Yeah, and then he raised up with all the fists of fury and slapped her. And I was just like, well, damn. What the hell, man?
And I'm mad because it took him all of like 2 seconds to be like, what did I do, baby?
But like, it's like, bro, like you slapped her in the face for no reason,
For
and
no
like
reason.
there wasn't even like you didn't even let it marinate. All
He
she
did not
said
like.
was
Did you even think about that? Did you even
no.
really like
It
think
it was just like
about
it
that?
was an inward thing. You're so selfish that nobody can have anything but you. I really don't think the reason why he was mad at her had anything to do with Morris. I think it had more to do with the spotlight not being on him.
Mm.
Because remember, he said after that, I don't want you to be a part of this. Don't you like what we have here? Don't I make you happy? What the fuck does
Mm.
that have to do with her success? That's
Yeah.
what she came there for. She didn't come there to fall in love with you after knowing you for 10 seconds. She came there to be a star. And I respected her character for not getting lost in him and deciding to still try to manifest her dreams and not becoming a hoe and having sex with Morris Day. She was a strong woman, but they
Mhm.
made her look weak in
Yeah.
the
They
actions that
achieved
she
that.
took.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she wasn't. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't a
Mhm.
strong woman because if she was, she would have had sex with Morris Day too. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? She wouldn't have joined the band. She would have just stayed as a groupie for Prince. You know, the stripping down, the lingerie wearing, the misogyny made her look like she was just like everybody else, but in essence, she wasn't. And what really made me mad at Prince's character is the fact that even after all of that, she still cared for him. When she did her performance and she saw him there, she was so happy that he came and she let him know we
Like,
good.
yeah, we
We
good.
good. But then you ride up on her, assault a man, mow the man down, roll up on her like a scary movie, tell her to hop on the bike,
Dude,
take
I'm like,
her
this whole alley scene makes no sense.
none.
Like,
None.
she's running away from him like he's about to kill her. Like,
Yeah, and then he takes her to a freaking I don't even
underpass,
know. Oh, that's what it is.
like a
Yes.
freeway underpass.
Yes.
Like
He about to murder her to make out with her. And then when she realized that no, nigga, you gotta explain to me what the hell is going on because you wrong. Yeah, these kisses is good, but wait a damn minute. He wanna slap her down.
again.
Stacey is getting a kick out of this.
You ain't never heard Purple Rain reviewed like this. No, you are completely right. And it took, as I said, I saw this freshman year in college. It took being a grown woman to realize certain things. And even though I made that comment earlier, I really do look at this film differently than when I was younger because of that. Because they did a great job of making her seem like a weak person. And it really does take a lot of watches to realize, wow, she has a lot of character. You know, she stood up for herself and still, like, even after he slapped her the first time, stuck around, was there, because during that montage he had, like, she was there for him even after he slapped the shit out of her.
Yeah.
After she just spent her last on a nice ass guitar.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I mean, so,
and I guess those are the things that made me feel like she was weak, because I was like, girl, like, leave him, like, be done with him, like, take back your guitar and just go do the thing with Morris Day. Like,
yeah. I mean, I didn't like that part about it, but like, I mean, you gotta take the good with the bad, I guess, and pick it apart. However, you're gonna pick it apart.
truly.
But I mean, the men in this movie were just awful. They were just terrible. They were terrible. Every single last one of them. What's something else that made me laugh? Well, that whole scene made me laugh. The mowing down scene, that just was all funny.
So, I have one question before I tell you one of my favorite scenes that just made me laugh out loud forever. Who has a better opening the coat moment? Have you ever seen Five Heartbeats?
Yeah, but I mean,
so do you know about Eddie Kane opening his?
Yeah,
and he say, "Dang."
Yes. Oh, you talking
him?
about that part? Yeah.
Okay, so him versus Morris Day.
I have to give it to Eddie Kane.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Because Morris Day was annoying as hell to
He
me.
was so annoying. But
Well, he was having existential crisis in his mind too.
oh, totally.
I really don't understand what was going on with him at the end after they came off stage, and
he said, "How's the family?"
After he said that, and he had to leave his friends, and he was standing there.
Yeah. When he said that, like, today I finally, took a little bit more heat to that, because I've seen that part before, and was like, does he feel bad again? Is this the same case of what you're talking about with Prince, where it's just a mask? Mm-hmm. It's just a mask. He's just made him an arch. I mean, we just said it. Like, Prince, the kid was what do we say? He was a muted Morris Day, but I think they both were to some degree, even though maybe the kid's relationship with Apollonia wasn't fueled only by Morris, right? But Morris Day, everything that he did was definitely fueled by the kid. Like, his conversations, everything that he did with the Jerome guy, like, it was about being better than him.
Yeah, but I think Morris Day was nicer than Prince.
Yes, because he didn't have, possibly he doesn't have that home situation that Prince has, that kind of messes with your head extra, like, because I like where you're going with the whole, like, the kid, the Prince's character he was an asshole. Like, originally he was just an asshole character, right? And then you pile on the alcoholic dad, the alcoholic abusive dad, the meek mom, who just accepts it, but you love her to death, like the terrible home life.
Probably spoiled him rotten growing up.
Only child.
He knew how to play his dad obviously
taught him
how to do these things. His mom probably spoiled him their whole life, and then but the abuse was there, so that made him an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Right. Being spoiled and watching somebody you love fight turns you into an asshole. Like, genuinely, you just become an asshole. So yeah, he was just an asshole.
Man.
But he has potential to be a decent guy. He has potential to be pretty. He has potential to be cool. So when he went to the clubs, he would put on his front and act like he's this guy.
He's neat.
He doesn't want people to see his emotions. He doesn't want people to see him laugh. He doesn't want people to see him smile, because he wants
to his band
as an artist. Because don't nobody take Morris Day seriously. Mm-hmm. He's better to everyone because he's doing what's mainstream, what's popular, but nobody takes him seriously. Everybody roll their eyes at him. Everybody think he a joke. So he's trying to be the polar opposite of what Morris Day is, because he wants to be taken seriously as an artist. So he's just a straight asshole.
Period. My favorite moment of Prince acting. So I'm gonna tell you, when he's down in the basement, he's by himself, and all the whole montage of what has happened, he's looking at the outline. He starts tearing up the basement, and then he gets to the box and he says,
that whole scene was weird. I hated it. If they showed that chalk outline one more time and that rope again, I was about to lose my dang on mind. Just say he gonna hang himself. Jesus.
Just say he's thinking about suicide. Like, I don't know.
Damn. They could have just replayed what actually happened instead of keep. And then that long ass dolly shot that they did after he walked into the room to start writing Purple Rain, and it was all shaky. Oh my God.
You got Prince just prancing down the no shirt, hot, hairy.
But why didn't they just follow him in the freaking room? Why did they have to?
They could have cut straight to him walking into the room.
Jesus, that whole tracking shot after he in the room, like, yeah, okay, so he playing the song. So we really got to track from the end of the hallway or dolly from the end of the hallway to the room and turn into the room. We really have to do that with all this shaky stuff.
You talking about probably be turn around looking at it like, we did that. We made that. Ooh.
It was a couple other places where it was some shaky camera
Oh,
shots.
just shaky. Just like,
Oh,
who's
yeah.
filming this? You
I
know,
was
I
like,
guess
is this a professional film? But
right.
the budget was $7,000. So I mean,
The budget was $7,000.
yes.
Jeez, everybody did that for the love.
But it was 1984.
My gosh. But I still would think it'd take maybe a little bit more.
Man, them people still making money off that movie.
Dang, that's beautiful.
It made $70,000 in the box office, though.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I was reading some review and the guy was like, he was in high school during this time and he said this was everybody went to go see, like everybody. Right, Stacey, like 7 G's?
It's like $7,200.
I know this was only 36 years ago or 37, but like damn.
No, I'm telling you, it was not $70,000. It was $7,200. Unless IMDb is lying. Unless IMDb is lying.
Don't be lying. I am Dirt Bait. I am Dirt Bait. Don't be lying. Because go over to what's the other one? Rotten Tomatoes. Goddamn.
Yeah, have to switch it up. Up.
Hold on. So I'm about to hit you with an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
I Would Die for You is better than Purple Rain.
Yes, it is.
God,
what? Yeah.
I just knew I was gonna get you. I just knew you was gonna be like,
I just appreciated Purple Rain when I was watching it. Like, why? Because I could read the lyrics. I mean, it's a great song, but it ain't no "I Will Die for You."
It ain't no "I Would Die for You."
Not
I'm like, why this movie ain't called "I Would Die for You"?
All right, why is it called Purple Rain? What is Purple Rain? Because we don't know what the Purple Rain is. We just know that he wants to see you laughing
in the Purple Rain. So, of course, I had to Google what Purple Rain means, and it was a lot of different things that came out, like pertaining to the film. Somebody saying like it was more, I think it was Lisa or Wendy, one of those characters saying that it was more of a like an idea of a cleansing or a rebirth or something like that. But
based off the lyrics.
Yeah, but they also said something. I want to say I read something about them saying that Purple Rain also has the meaning of dealing with something difficult, or it was something about dealing with something difficult. I can't remember exactly the definition. Dang, I had it up, but I don't know what happened to it. Either way, I thought that was interesting. Like, I guess that kind of made a little sense, but not really. Like,
Purple Rain is better than "I Will Die for You." I just thought about that. Like, people think that?
I would assume so. I never personally heard anybody say that because, you just don't talk about Purple Rain. It's just like, if you talk about Purple Rain, you talk about the music overall. I've never heard anybody say that, but there's a part of me that feels like there's somebody out there that's like, Purple Rain is better than "I Would Die for You."
I mean,
they're probably an idiot as well, too,
though. No, but I think The Beautiful Ones is the best ever made.
It really, they're really just like,
they really are like just right there with each other. They are really just right there with each other.
They give me the same exact feeling. They give me the same exact feeling of like, I Would Die for You it's appropriate. "I Would Die for You" is what you tell somebody when you got them. Like, y'all been through some stuff and you got them. And "Beautiful Ones" is the one that you sing where it's like, okay, we're going through something and I'm trying to let you know, like, this is why it's difficult for us to be together, but this is, I'm telling you, like,
but I still love you.
I still love you.
I don't know. You gonna have to tell me what it's gonna be, or
but you got,
because
do you want him?
Or do you want me? Because I want you. There is never not a moment when I'm singing at home that I don't sound like a mad stark raving fool.
The whole time I had to go out of my way to make sure I watch this during the day. I can't watch it at night. People sleep. I have to watch it during the day because I have to get. I has to get lit. I need to be able to
Yeah.
sing at the top,
Yeah, I was dancing and everything while I was watching it.
running it
Especially after
back,
the movie
running
was
it.
over and it turned into a concert. When he started singing "I Will Die for You," it was a wrap. The movie was done, and it was time to get up and party. That
You, hey,
man.
I would.
But I was talking to Jarrell the yesterday, and when I was watching, because my mom, she used to go to a lot of concerts when she was younger. She's from Alabama originally, and she said that Prince came there for a tour,
Mhm.
and I think it might have been the Purple Rain tour, and she went, and then he got banned. So after they did they honored Prince at the BET Awards that year when Janelle Monáe performed Let's Get Crazy.
Okay.
Um, I was showing Damon a video of Prince concerts from back in the day, and just watching him jump off these speakers and watching his stage presence and all of this kind of stuff. And I was just telling Jarrell the other day, like, it is not the same. Like, the movements and they were just so fluid with their moves and their style, because we was watching videos of Janet Jackson and her dancing from back in the day, and it
Mhm.
was just like, it's nothing like that anymore. It's not,
Nah.
other than Beyonce, and I can say Lady Gaga, but that it's not. I don't even say that they're smooth like, well, Beyonce I will, but not like Lady Gaga. Like that, the fluidity in the moves that they
Mm.
used to make back in the day, in the dance steps and just the choreography, even in that movie, like these people wasn't just going to rehearsal to get the notes. They had to get the steps and get the
Right.
down beats and get the we don't going down on this part, we going
Mm.
up on this part, we going down on this part, we going up on this part, we turning right here, we turning back right here, we hitting back down right here, we going back up, like
Ah.
and they playing the instruments. Like this is a whole production. I ain't never seen nothing like it other than the Beyonce show
Pretty much.
and a Janet Jackson show, because I have seen Janet
Yeah.
Jackson.
Don't
But
get twisted with it,
that
Janet. No.
was amazing. Like, just, I mean, I just wish I would have been able to see Prince in concert, because I do really enjoy Prince, and I always have, and I always just thought he was so handsome. His
Mm-hmm.
voice so deep.
Mm,
Prince.
it's so funny. You go through all your life, and you know when you're kids like us, and you grow up watching Mad TV. Or in my case, I actually used to read the Mad TV magazines. I don't know if you used to read the
Yes,
magazines.
my mom used to buy them for us.
Like, you know, they made fun of celebrities all the time. And like up until early teenage, they live dancing for sure, like some dance, like a dance team.
Right.
But I always went with it too. I was like, Prince is gay. Like, Prince is gay. Like, you know, the tight pants, the this, the that, you know, especially as we talking about like 90s kids. We all about the baggy and oversized, and you know, we didn't come from that area of tight pants or tight fitting clothes, form fitting clothes, unless you were a female. And I remember his sex scene, although still very feminine, still very sensual. I remember in that moment being like, but this is how a man like touches a woman. You know what I'm saying? And none of it seemed fake or like
Mm-mm.
staged. It
Mm-mm.
was like hella sexy, hot. I was like, oh shit, this is good. Little Prince.
The kid out here
The
putting
kids
in work. He out here putting in work.
call me the kids.
Oh man, no, but I do.
Putting in work.
Yeah, he putting in work. I said, okay, Prince,
All
this
right.
weird ass sex scene.
All right. I would
He
have
should
liked to see
put some tie
a
up drawers on.
honestly, shut up. I would love to had seen a prequel to all of that, you know, but he was just too amazing of an artist to kind of, you know,
Well,
go.
I was researching, and so that came out in 1984. The movie. His first
Mhm.
album came out in 79. His second album came out in 80. His third album came out in 81 or 82. Well,
Mhm.
81. And then that came out in 84, Purple Rain, the album. So, but those first three albums had like all his like hits from that time in that era, like When
Mhm.
Doves Cry, Little Red Corvette, blah, blah, blah. So that album, all it did was solidify him for real, and give him an Oscar. That's
Honestly, I didn't realize how pivotal that film was, and I guess this almost like answers or like starts the conversation of a question that I had. Was, I mean, the answer to me is obviously yes, but the music is a star, in this film, and I didn't realize how much it solidified him in the game. I
yeah,
didn't realize
that
how.
still signed deliver his career because that was his fourth album
Yeah.
plus movie, and it won him an Oscar. So now everybody know who Prince is, and I truly believe that's what gained, because at that time he was getting banned and stuff, and I think that's what gave him back his
Mm,
his legitimacy as an
mm.
artist and a creative, instead of just like this guy who's weird, who's doing all these weird things. I still think definitely a lot of people thought he was this guy
Oh
who's
yeah.
weird, who's doing these weird things, but
Hmm.
everybody loved Prince. Like my mom used to tell me like that was one of the best concerts, and my mom been to a lot of concerts, but she said that was one of the best concerts she ever been to, and she saw the Jackson 5. I mean,
Wow.
yeah, my mama used to be she saw the Partridge Family. Like she used to be out here in these streets at these concerts, and still, like my mom has seen some of everybody in concert, and when she told me she saw Prince, I was just like, wow, for real? And she was like, yeah, he couldn't come back either. And I was like,
Wow, Ma.
I was so confused because, we don't see what Prince do as weird. It's just Prince.
Mm-hmm.
But back
Yeah.
then, people was like, oh, hell no, man. You can't be doing that up in here. The way, like, I literally watched the performance of him doing Darling Nikki at a concert. And the people thought what he did in the movie was a lot. No, baby. Go on YouTube and find some old Prince videos. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying nothing. But,
Hey, we're gonna see why he banned. You see why the man is banned.
yeah,
I could only imagine, because the movie was, rated R for show, so I could only imagine what he did in stadiums, like.
Yeah, and I mean, he was baby.
Damn.
He was out here.
I want to take it back one more to the wildest and not wildest, but just like weird ass moments in the movie. What did you think of the whole like Lake Minnetonka thing?
I thought she was stupid as hell. And I would have never talked to that man again. Even though he came back, we'd have been done forever. Because then on top of that, you still want to play. I'm not about to play with you. I don't like that though. I'm not a person who like to be played with like that anyway. Mm-hmm. But no, I definitely want to strip down in front of a dude that I just met who just told me to get on his motorcycle and took my bracelet and told me it's his now. And
he did some of the sketchiest things that just always made me wonder.
He played too much.
Other than the fact of her seeing him perform, and obviously being tied to that and attracted to that, I just was like just wondering what kept her around.
I really think she saw him under all of that, like, because he was funny, but it was like in a way that made you think.
Yeah.
Like, you really just gonna take my bracelet and not give it back? Ha ha. Nah, for real, give me my bracelet back. No, he likes to get a rise out of people. So he'll do it until they literally trying to punch him in the face and be like, "No, here go your funky ass bracelet. I ain't want it anyway." You know people like that who play like that.
I ain't with your punk ass bike anyway.
Yeah, he's that type of dude. And some girls like guys like that.
Don't nobody want your punk ass bike, cuz.
Some girls like guys like that, but he wouldn't have been leaving me at no Lake.
Well,
that wasn't even Lake Minnetonka. That was Lake NA, because we don't know the name of it.
Lake NA. Lake Unknown.
We don't know the name of what lake that was.
Oh gosh.
But he also plays so much to the point where people take him seriously because he's so stone faced that by the time he was like, no, I was just playing. It was too damn late.
Right. You're so right. I mean, from that to the ventriloquist moment with the puppet, like
weird.
You know, being an asshole about not listening to the girl's song, like.
But his relationship with his band was just so askewed anyway. They all seemed like they were from the wrong side of the tracks. Like they all seemed like they was they never really talked. I don't even know. I don't know. They were weird. His whole group was weird.
Completely. The only time they showed emotion was after, like, you know, the final performance when they're like, let's go.
No, but like that was even funny. Like they sitting there dead silence.
My man's the dude who played drums had on a nurse's outfit. Like,
yeah, I was like, do he have on scrubs?
I like
that confused the hell out of me when I saw he had on scrubs.
I'll never understand why. Yeah, nurse's outfit. He had on scrubs. I never understand why he had those blue ass scrubs too.
Yeah, I was like, why did he just come from work? Like he got on some sunglasses, some reflective sunglasses, and some scrubs. The other dude got a hanging on mustache and a Michael Jackson glove. What the hell is going on here?
Man,
I don't understand. And he was like, yeah, let's get him. That's the only line that took place in that scene before they even got on stage. It was like, what the hell is going on?
I was like, then it started to become like, now I understand why he is the way he is too when it comes to y'all band. Cause like,
y'all are weird as fuck.
Weird AF.
But I will say this. When I was watching the movie, I had like paused it and I was just kind of like so frustrated with his character. And I couldn't see a moment taking place that would transform him into a new man. That moment hadn't happened yet. And I was at the point with his character, like, what is going to happen to make him change? Because at this point, I really don't like him. And I don't even want to deal with his character anymore because he is just terrible. So after, you know, his dad tried to kill himself unsuccessfully, he couldn't even do that, right? Bless his heart.
Right, like, Lord, like... like you're talking about that damn scene. If I come to this house one more time and there's a problem, I'm gonna burn it
down. So he tried to kill himself. He decides this is his defining moment. Either he's gonna be like his father and he's gonna end up dead himself, and he's gonna try to be a nicer person and he's gonna try to include people in his life because he's literally losing everything around him. And the way he's moving is not working. So he writes the song, makes Purple Rain using the girl's tape. He goes to the club. They rehearse some type of way because we don't know. It's just the night of, and here we are. Right. But the pivotal moment where it was actually a very touching scene, and I appreciate this movie for this because they was writing a terrible script until this one moment. After he ran off stage and went back. After he finished singing Purple Rain and he was frustrated or flustered or scared because he didn't think the song was well received. It was going to be well received. And he was back there and the waitress girl who he never said hi to. I don't know if they dated in the past or if she just thought he was really cool.
I think she crushed on him.
Okay. Well, she crushed on him. And he turned around and she was right there crying and shit. And he said, hi. And then she said hi, and I said, oh my God, he has changed.
He has changed.
This is so precious. That is very meaningful, though. And I thought for all the bad this movie has done, for them to do that right, that one meaningful little moment to show that he recognizes his faults and he wants to try to be better. And one of the main things that he does not do with anyone is speak. And he spoke to this girl who has tried to acknowledge him on many occasions. I thought that was just a beautiful moment.
It is. And I don't think I ever realized it's how much weight it carried and what that really meant until you just mentioned it just now. Like, I always thought it was a nice, sweet moment, but not tied into the fact like, oh, this was supposed to be the moment to show that he really changed.
Yeah. Yeah. It really
Because, to be perfectly honest, like, this was all a buildup, but I think that it could have easily kept going like this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
as because he's proven time and time again that he can make amazing music and have amazing performances, but his personal life is effed up.
Yeah. And
And
he brings it out on stage. If somebody piss him off before the show, he gonna sing a song about being pissed off.
yeah. Yeah. And so, wow, the intertwining of all of that, of how your personal works with your work or your career life, or just like how it all comes together and makes sense. And I think that was the one thing that his dad really just never mastered, and maybe never even attempt to master.
But I think his
I would have
dad
loved
gets a
to know
bad
more about
rap.
them.
Yeah, because that's what I was about
Yeah,
to
I would love
say.
to know more about them, because just like you said, we only got a lot of one-liners to just let us know what was happening in the present moment, to make it hard for the kid's character, for Prince's character. But it wasn't enough to make, to show me, even though, what do you think his dad lied for, though, about the music? Like, remember he said, I never wrote it down, or I didn't save it,
Because he don't want his son to every man who has a son does not want their son to supersede them.
Mm-hmm.
So why would he give you his secrets to be better than him if he never even made it? Only a man who is successful wants his son to beat him. And even that man doesn't want his son to beat him, but he will accept it quicker than a man who is a failure.
Mm-hmm.
So in essence, I'm not helping you no further than I've already helped you. I'm not giving you the last little bit of me I have.
Right.
So you can then supersede me, and I never even got to taste the glory of it all. Plus, I'm miserable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of men that say that. I didn't watch documentaries about men saying how they don't want their sons to be greater than them, and so they belittle them because of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you watch these stories, or you watch Iyanla Fix My Life, and that's usually the case. Like, if it's a woman who demeans her daughter because she's prettier than her, or a father demeans their son because they're more talented than them, and they do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They do that so they
Mm-hmm.
never think that they can be great and they can do anything, because that's how they keep them in that box. I mean, obviously he couldn't keep him in a box. So instead of trying to put him in a box, he just said, no, I'm not giving you everything that I have, even though as a father, I am supposed to do just that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's just a dick too. I
Yeah,
don't know if
totally.
his dad was a dick or if he was just really hurting.
Yeah,
And I mean,
totally.
well, he was really hurting. That's why he tried to kill himself. So,
and again, I think that goes with that whole, like, I would have liked to know more about them, the mom and the dad, and the context of their story. Because you're right, there's parts of it where it's like the mom I just never understood why she was the way she was.
no, I mean, other than him slapping the shit out of her, I don't understand why where was you going, girl? Y'all didn't come to the club to see him perform, your son perform. Where the hell was you trying to go? Was you actually cheating on this man? Like, what was you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you wasn't taking care of the house. You wasn't washing dishes and cooking no food. You know, your son was taking care of himself.
Right. He was going straight to the basement.
And probably taking care of y'all, truth be told.
Right. Probably the reason that they were still able to have that house, have lights on. Like,
well, they definitely weren't going to work. They just fighting all day.
Nobody was working. Right. They just fought all day. Like,
they definitely was just fighting.
Pieces of shit.
That was crazy.
Well, yes. I mean, Purple Rain is a bona fide, like, cult classic. The album itself, the soundtrack itself, is something that will live on forever, to be perfectly honest.
Definitely.
And damn, just a piece of work. And I love having this conversation now because now I can continuously like laugh still and also look at this movie just for the low key kind of a masterpiece. Not a masterpiece, but like a more solid film than I have thought of it in the past, you know.
I mean, if you look at it from, like I said earlier, you got to make the best of whatever you have. I don't care if we watching Howard the Duck or Purple Rain. Their films are made to have a message, right? That's what they're made for. So even the worst films are, this is a person, they're doing something, they're doing it for a reason, some conflict happens, and now we come back and they're better than they were before. Hooray, now everyone cheers for them, even if it's Hot Rod. Okay,
right.
So
even if it's Hot Rod, Lord, I remember like I was so hyped for this movie.
It was so bad, but he had a goal. He was trying to like be a daredevil or some shit. But yeah, I mean, I will rewatch that movie from a good a decent film perspective after that whole scene with the high happening. That really touched me. I really just was like, oh my God, look at them trying to put a damn movie together. Now see, they didn't put a damn movie together now. It all makes sense now.
Oh my God. Well, I think this is a perfect way to wrap up this review on Purple Rain. Obviously, you see how we feel. We've like I've been enlightened to some sense. So thank you so much, Chevy, for this enlightenment. That last scene really is super touching. And you know, hey, you gotta do it the best you can do with things. Per usual, we love to end off. Is there anything else you would like to add or say?
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, guys, if you're watching this after the fact on the Two Snaps in a Circle YouTube channel, yeah, we have a YouTube channel now. Go over to twitch.tv, search Chevy the Superstar, and hit the follow and the notifications. So when we go live at 8 p.m. on Thursdays, you can join the chat. And when I go live for other stuff too. Yeah, we here on Thursdays, every Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We over at DJ Stacy J's channel, or Tuesday at 8 o'clock playing games. You can jump in if we playing Jackbox games. You can jump in.
Please.
Trivia. Yeah. So come and be a part of the revolution.
Yeah. Right. I like that. Well, you know, we love to end off with a nice little movie quote. And this quote is actually from the film that we watched today, or we reviewed today, Purple Rain. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make you love me.
I'm not about to play with you today.
Morris Day.
Today.
Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. Happy Galentine's Day. Love is in the air.
Oh, gosh.
And I tell you one thing. I tell you two things. I maybe even tell you three things. But the one thing is, we gonna make you love us. Subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to the Twitch.
Oh
it's lit up in this boy.
I can't even. Guys, I don't know what she about to do until she do it. So we all in this together.
I kept secret. I was like, oh, she ain't gonna know. She not gonna know what we doing today. I was like, can I do the quote? Please, can I do the movie quote? She said, yeah. I was like, cool.
Oh, Stacy telling me to drop the YouTube.
Oh yeah, drop that YouTube.
Let me pull it.
Yeah, Stacy, we having fun today, and I'm so proud of myself. I mean, him up, but I ain't drank. I ain't drank nothing. Like this was, for the most part, sober.
Yes, I haven't drinking anything.
Yeah, so maybe that has something to do with the deepness and the intellect and the
Oh my gosh, I can't
oh
believe
my
this.
god, fun times.
Oh man, I can't get it right now.
It's okay.
I'll drop it. I'll drop it one day, but not today. All
Not.
right, guys. So we're gonna go and prepare for Valentine's Day. Oh,
Mhm.
oh, oh! What are we watching? It's you.
Oh
It's on you.
shit.
It's on you. It's on you.
It is on me. I have to say, I saw the homie Z today. He is also coming out with his film In a Sentimental Mood. Check my social at IG Latoya Coates for any information on that. If you're seeing this after the fact, but I thought it'd be cool if we reviewed that. But it is I feel like we could possibly pull off two. But the only thing in that is that people can't join. So maybe we'd have to do a special In a Sentimental Mood review. Let's see. Damn. I want to make you watch Photograph, but
I'll watch it if you say that's what we watching. And
man,
I will
Purple.
actively watch, and I will
And you will
participate.
actively watch, and you will give it a chance. Okay.
No, but
I
I'll watch
forget
it.
what I was torn between. Damn. Uh, let's watch Moonlight.
Okay.
Let's watch Moonlight.
Okay. I've been wanting to see that. So yes. Okay. Because
Let's watch Moonlight.
I never seen it. So
sweet. Oh, that's great. Hell yeah. That's what's up. So we're watching Moonlight next week, y'all. We'll be reviewing Moonlight next week. So make sure I believe it's on Netflix.
Yes, it's on Netflix.
So check it out. Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah, guys. We're done now. So no, we gotta do that better. All right, thank you so much for tuning in to Two Snaps in a Circle. I am Chevy the superstar, and
I am Latoya Toy Point of View Finder.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see y'all next Thursday.